Hi and welcome to lesson 2 on the Introduction to House Music course. In this lesson what we're going to do is we're going to record in a very simple beat, and we're going to use the built-in drum sounds within Ableton, which are the classic Roland TR-909 drum hits. So if you remember in the last lesson, what we did was we went through the interface of the software and looked at the arrangement view and in the session view. Now we're going to work in the arrangement view throughout this course, and we're going to set little tasks. And as I say, we're going to build up so that you've got all the skills required in order to build your own house music tracks. Now, house music comes in many different forms and many different genres, and you know, I come from the school of the old stuff, you know, the early 90s and the late 80s, all the way through the 90s. And obviously these days I produce a lot of disco house, but I also produce a lot of the traditional sounding house music as well, which is what we're going to work towards in this course. So I'm going to give you the key fundamentals. So it's kind of both a music lesson and a music history lesson as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the 909 drum sounds, and what we do by that is we're going to select a MIDI channel like so, and then we're going to go to the left panel here where it says instruments, and all the way down here we've got all of our sounds. Okay, we've got our MIDI effects, plugins, clips, samples, and all the other things that we need. In order to use this, what we need to do is we need to select drums, okay? And in there we've got all these different drum machines. There's hundreds of them. And a lot of these are custom built, but what we want to do is focus on the Roland ones, which is the 909 here. You've got the whole series of the Roland drums here. You've got 606, 707, 808, and the 909. They were the 4 drum machines that Roland created that were iconic for dance music and hip-hop during the 80s. And further on into the 90s and modern day. It's a staple drum machine, it's one that everybody uses, and it's the one we're going to use today, and it's the 909 drum kit. And that's it. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag that onto a MIDI channel. And at the bottom here, you will see we've got the different sounds. We've got 4, 8, 12, 16 sounds, okay? And then we have the kick, the rim shot, snare, clap, second snare, another kick, hi-hat, hi-hat. So you've got 2 closed and 1 open. And 4 toms. Crash, crash, and a ride. Like that. Which is, you know, synonymous with techno music. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to record in a very simple, straight 4/4 beat. It's going to consist of the bass drum, the snare, the clap, and the hi-hats, okay? And we're going to develop that. Okay, so what we need to do is we'll make sure that we've got a fresh template and it's set at 120 BPM. And then what you need to do is put on your metronome like that. And then we rewind the track to the very beginning and we're going to press record. And after 8 counts of the metronome, we're going to start pressing the kick drum 4 times or 8 times. I'm going to do it 8 times, okay? Here goes. And that's that. And now what we need to do is we need to edit this and quantize it and time it up so that we don't need the metronome after that as such. So I'm going to drag it over here, look. I'm going to start it, I'm going to open up this here with a magnifying glass, look. And I'm going to zoom in. And I'm going to start the track at number 5. It's just something that I do so that we leave this space available like so that we've got time to record in should we need to. Okay, this is where we're going to create a little demo. We're going to create a little sketch in here, and then further on, that's when you start to arrange a track. But what we're going to do here is we're going to double click on this, and at the bottom, it opens up the little piano roll. And we're going to open it up by grabbing this section here, look, where the arrow is. I'm going to drag that up, and then we're going to roll down like so. And what we're going to do, you've got all your drum sounds here, look, in there. And what we're going to do, if you want to hear them, just click that little blue thing there. But we don't need it on. What we're going to do is we're going to select them all like that, and we're going to go to edit, and here it says quantize. Now make sure that your quantize setting is set to 1/16. It should be. It usually is as a default setting. Okay, and that will bring everything in time. So we're going to do that, quantize, and it will bring those kicks into time. Now what we need to do is we need to close that down again like that, and we need to shorten this block. So see there, look where it comes up here. Shorten that there and shorten that there. And there, we'll minimize that like that with the arrow. And right click on there and click loop selection. And it will just loop it. And there we go. There's our timed up 909. Take the metronome off. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to start filling in the gaps. Now you can play these or you can program them in, it makes no difference. But what we're going to do is we are going to play them in so we get a better feel for it. So back to the keyboard and make sure that your plus sign here is on. This is your overdub button, and this allows you to record more than one layer on one channel. So like with drums, it allows you to record the different patterns on top of each other without rubbing out the original recording. So what we're going to do is we're going to open that up again with the little arrows like this there, so you can see what you're doing. Zoom in like that, and we're going to go back to here with our cursor, click our cursor there, so it gives us 8 clicks of the metronome. Okay, and then we're going to record in some hi-hats, and we're going to use the 3 hi-hats as follows. If you look on your palette down the bottom, so we've got those 3. The hi-hats closed, 909, the other hi-hat closed, and the open hi-hat, which is that one. And that's all we're going to do on top of the kick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit record, make sure the metronome's on, and we'll go from there. So here it comes. There you go, like so. So again, same process. We're going to close that down because that's just excess stuff that we don't need. If you can't close it any further, click it once, highlight it, and press delete. Now double click onto your pattern and open it back up again at the bottom. And there you go. There's the 2 hi-hats, and that's how we've recorded them in. And we're going to select just the hi-hats, not the kicks. Select all the 3 hi-hats, edit, and quantize. Take the metronome off. And there we go. And there's our little basic beat there. Okay. Right. What we're going to do in the next lesson is we're going to add in some claps, and we're going to add some snares, and we're going to add a ride cymbal. We're going to get this beat really filled out and just have it really swinging and having it sounding like a professional beat. So thanks for watching this lesson. Head over to the next lesson where we are going to record in the rest of the drums. Thank you and goodbye.